Hello friends, welcome to Mechanical Engineering online classes. Today's lecture will be delivered by Miss Shravanti Sriramoju.
Now that we have derived an equation for force and moment resultants, force resultant is N and moment resultant is M, in terms of midplane strains epsilon naught and midplane curvatures K. So we have obtained equation 3 by applying inverse of ABBD matrix as a whole. So the size of this matrix is 6 by 6 and this matrix also will be 6 by 6. I have named the first 9 elements as A star and the second 9 elements as B star and so on. So A star, B star, C star, D star will be the inverse of ABBD matrix. And A star matrix is called extensional compliance matrix, B star matrix is called coupling compliance matrix and D star matrix is called bending compliance matrix. I have numbered this equation as 3. This is the equation of a general laminate. Now in case if we want to find the engineering constants of a laminate, I am assuming that the laminate is symmetric in nature. So for a symmetric laminate, matrix B will be equal to 0. That means all the elements of matrix B are zeros. So when you substitute B is equal to 0 in this equation here, then you will get that A star matrix is exactly equal to A inverse and D star matrix is D inverse. Now from equation 3, epsilon x naught, epsilon y naught, gamma xy naught, I am writing equation 3 is equal to A11 star nx ny nxy plus matrix B. So if you observe this, I am writing only first half of the entire this is actually a combination of two equations, right? One is the equation of epsilon naught and the other is the equation of K. So I am using only first half of the entire matrix. So it is epsilon naught is equal to A star into N plus B star into M. So if B matrix is equal to 0, then B star will be equal to 0. So 0 into M. So this is a null matrix. Let me name this equation as 4. So this term is 0. This is equation 4. Now I want to find the effective in-plane longitudinal modulus, that is Ex, Young's modulus in x direction. So if I want to find out the Young's modulus in x direction alone, then I have to apply the load in this fashion. I will apply load only in x direction such that it is not equal to 0 and all the loads in other directions will be equated to 0. Nx is not equal to 0, ny is equal to 0 and nxy is equal to 0. So this is the test that I am performing. Apply the load such that load exists only in x direction. So I am substituting these values in equation 4. So epsilon x naught, epsilon y naught, gamma xy naught is equal to A star matrix into nx 0 0. Now what is epsilon x naught? It is, if I expand this A star matrix, A11 star, A12 star, A16 star, A12 star, A22 star, A26 star, A16 star, A26 star, A66 star into nx 0 0. Now I am doing the matrix multiplication. Epsilon x naught will be equal to A11 star into nx plus A12 star into 0 plus A16 star into 0. So I am not writing those terms. Similarly, epsilon y naught is equal to A12 star into A12 star into nx plus A22 star into 0 and plus A26 star into 0. So I am not writing those terms here. So what is the basic formula of Young's modulus? It is sigma by epsilon. But I am considering I want the Young's modulus along x direction. So I will consider sigma x and epsilon x naught. So as we know that sigma value is nothing but nx by z divided by epsilon x naught is A11 star into nx. So if I simplify this, I will get it somewhat like this: 1 by z into A11 star. So what is z? We know that z is the thickness of the laminate. Again we will find out effective in plane transverse modulus. Which is represented as EY. Transverse, the moment we say transverse, it is perpendicular to the longitudinal axis. So it is EY. Now in order to find the value of EY, I have to apply load only in y direction. So I am performing this experiment. Apply load such that nx is equal to 0, ny is not equal to 0 and nxy is equal to 0. So I have to substitute these formulas in these values in equation 4. And if I perform similar operation or if I do the similar calculations, I will get epsilon y naught as A22 star into ny and epsilon x naught will be equal to A12 star into ny. Again I will substitute these values in the value of Young's modulus along y direction. Therefore Ey is equal to sigma y by epsilon y naught, which is again equal to ny by z whole divided by A22 star into ny. So it is 1 by z into A22 star. Similarly, we will also find out what is the effective in plane shear modulus, denoted by gxy. Again we will apply the load such that nx is equal to 0, ny is equal to 0 and nxy not equal to 0. So we will again substitute them back in equation 4 and we will find out gamma xy naught as a66 star into nxy. Therefore gxy, what is the formula for gxy? It is tau by tau xy divided by gamma. Gamma is the shear strain of the mid plane. Gamma xy naught is the shear strain of the mid plane. So here it is nxy divided by z divided by, I am substituting gamma xy naught as found out, a66 star into nxy. So this will again come out to be 1 by z into a66 star. Also we will try to find out what is in plane Poisson's ratio nu xy. So for finding out nu xy, we will again apply the load nx not equal to 0 and all other loads equal to 0. So when nx is equal to 0, what are the values of epsilon x naught and epsilon y naught? They are a11 star into nx and a12 star into nx respectively. So by the formula for nu xy, we know that nu xy is equal to minus epsilon y naught divided by epsilon x naught. So I am substituting these two values from the previously derived terms. So it will be minus a12 star into nx divided by a11 star into nx. So it is minus a12 star divided by a11 star. Similarly, we will also find out effective in plane Poisson's ratio nu yx. So for this I am applying the load ny not equal to 0 and all other loads equal to 0. So when I apply this particular load where ny is not equal to 0, I will get epsilon x naught value as a12 star ny and epsilon y naught as a22 star into ny. I will again apply the formula of nu yx is equal to minus epsilon x naught divided by epsilon y naught, and I will substitute these two terms. And finally I got nu yx as minus a12 star divided by a22 star. Now I will apply the relation between nu xy and nu yx. We know that nu xy divided by ex. I will try to find out what is this ratio. It is what is nu xy? It is minus a12 star divided by a11 star into 1 by ex. Ex we have already derived as 1 by z into a11 star. So 1 by ex will be z into a11 star. So 1 by ex, we have 1 by ex here. So it is z into a11 star. So when I further simplify this, it will be minus A12 star into Z, because these two terms get cancelled out. Now I'll again find out what is nu yx divided by Ey. What is nu yx? It is minus A12 star divided by A22 star into 1 by Ey. 1 by Ey we have already found out as 1 by Ey. We need 1 by Ey. We know the value of Ey as 1 by Z into A22 star. So 1 by Ey will be Z into A22 star. So the finally this ratio will be equal to minus Z into A12 star. Now if you check back these two ratios, they are same. That means the rule that nu xy by Ex is equal to nu Ix by Ey holds good for a symmetric laminate where the matrix B is 0. Similarly, we will also find out the flexural engineering constants of a laminate. So flexural relate to the term bending. So when you consider equation 3 here, while calculating all the in-plane engineering constants, we have considered only first half of the two equations. That means only the first equation, that is epsilon naught. For the bending engineering constants or flexural engineering constants, we will use the second equation, that is the curvature equation. So substituting matrix B equal to 0 in equation 3, we get kx, ky, kxy is equal to D star matrix into D star matrix, because C star is nothing but B star transpose, and because B is equal to 0, B inverse will be equal to 0, B star will be equal to 0. So all the matrices related to B star will be equal to 0. C is also related to B matrix because it is the transpose of B star. So this element, these 9 elements are all zeros. So K is equal to 0 into N plus D star into M. That is what I have written here, that this 0 term I did not write. So it is D star matrix into M matrix. I am numbering this equation as 5. Now again I am applying the load Mx not equal to 0, My is equal to 0 and Mxy is equal to 0. Now I will substitute these values in equation 5. Kx, ky, kxy is equal to D11 star, D12 star, D16 star, I have substitute the values like this, and I got kx is equal to D11 star into mx plus 0. Now from the formula of effective flexural longitudinal modulus EXF, that is Young's modulus along x direction, that too in bending state, is because this Young's modulus is related to bending, we have to use the bending moment equation. The bending moment equation is m by I is equal to sigma by y is equal to E by R. Now I am considering first and last terms. M by I is equal to E by R, where 1 by R is the curvature denoted by K, which we are using. So M by I is equal to E into K. So E is equal to M by Ki. Okay, so here EXF is equal to, it is mx, because the moment considered, bending moment considered in x direction, divided by k also considered along x direction into I. So it is mx by kx. What is I value? It is I is equal to BD cube by 12. Okay, so I am considering the thickness as 1. Okay, so B, I am assuming that the B value is equal to 1, and thickness of the laminate or the width of the laminate is Z. So it is Z cube by 12. So 12 goes to the numerator. So it is 12 mx by kx into Z cube. But we have also found out what kx is. So I am replacing that term here instead of kx. 12 mx by d11 star into mx into Z cube. So it is 12 by d11 star into Z cube. Similarly, we will also find out the other elastic moduli as EYF is equal to 12 by Z cube into D22 star, and GXY F is equal to 12 divided by Z cube into D66 star, and nu xy F is equal to minus D12 star and D11 star divided by D11 star, D22 star. So for finding out these all things, you have to perform the similar test like this. For example, if you want to find out EYF, you have to apply the load NY not equal to 0 and all other loads MY not equal to 0 and all other loads equal to 0. And here you have to apply the load MXY not equal to 0 and all others equal to 0. And this we already know. Here we will apply the load mx not equal to 0 and here my not equal to 0. So just like how we have performed the calculations in the previous section where we were finding in plane engineering constants, here also we will apply similar load applications and we will find the corresponding terms. And here also we will get nu xyf divided by exf equal to nu yxf divided by eyf. So for a symmetric laminate, there will be a reciprocal relationship between the Poisson's ratios as in the case of in-plane engineering constants. So this also will hold good for flexural engineering constants.
Thanks for watching. If this video was of help to you, please like it and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.